still working with, though?
Excuse me?
Who is he still working with?
Eddie? Derek Cunningham.
Well, that's who he bought his houses from that he has left.
Yes.
I don't know if he's actually,
He has to be working with him.
well, yeah, I mean,
for payment.
yeah. So that's the properties he has left is Mr. Cunningham.
Okay, anything else?
Well, yes, to answer the chief's question, what happens to the resolution we passed last time? If we pass this provisional license for Eddie Flores, then what that does is that overrules that resolution we passed last time. Because last time, which said, code enforcement will notify the residents of all illegally occupied properties by a signed return of service, that they have 60 days to vacate. But now if we've issued a provisional license, now that is no longer in effect, because what we're now doing is going out and trying to get those properties repaired, because he now has a provisional license. So I think that's the answer to your question, it no longer applies. If you pass
No,
it.
I'm void at that
Right.
time, if this passes.
That's right, that's what.
Just wanted to make sure that was.
With the exception of all, the current standing rules, all properties have to be inspected prior to utility.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Or change of utilities. All right, time for a vote for the motion. Not ordinance, just a motion on the floor from Mr. Rye. To basically issue a provisional license, as we've explained earlier, to Eddie Flores for the 57 properties that he has. They will be inspected prior to utility turn on, and occupied units only
Yes.
will be inspected.
And a report at each council meeting will be due.
Okay. All in favor of that motion, say aye. All opposed?
Opposed.
That motion sounds like it passes.
Mr. Mayor, I have a couple of other things here.
Yes, ma'am.
These are more of a good nature. Just as a reminder to everyone, especially since Mr. Johnson wasn't here tonight for the chamber. Saturday, there's a lot going on in Kennett. I'll talk about the Fall into Arts. Maybe a couple of other gentlemen would like to mention the other major activities, but Fall into Arts will be taking place on the square from 10 to 4. It's a really fun, free, family festival with music, food trucks, vendors, etc. I would encourage people to come. It looks like it's going to be nice weather. And then Saturday night at the high school at 7 o'clock, there is a musical program called Once Upon a Song. It's featuring Disney music. Lemmy Pullen, our famous, world famous opera tenor, is putting the music together and getting all the entertainers and performers together. He will be performing as well as others, and if you went to the concert he organized last year, it was beautiful, and it was so professional and well done. So that's 10 to 4 on the square with Fall into Arts, and 7 o'clock that evening for the performance, the music program. And all these activities are free. There's no charge to anyone. So there's something else going on.
Yeah, we'll have our cruise, annual cruise starting at 5 o'clock at the American Legion building on Friday evening. Plan to be done with it by 8:30 or 9. We'll have a cornhole tournament out there, have a couple of food trucks out there, and have several cars out there for you to look at. Like for everybody to come out and enjoy it.
And one new thing this year, because people go back and forth maybe between the cruisers at Jones Park and the square, we have a shuttle. FCC is generously providing us with a van that will leave on the half hour from either the Housing Authority parking lot and go to Cornerstone Drive and drop you off for the Fall into Arts, or take you back to the cruisers. So that'll be, and we'll have a schedule signed posted in both locations.
That'll help the parking, because you go back and forth and there's not much parking left up on the square, so if you want to travel between the two, it won't cost you anything to get there.
The best thing's all free,
All free,
all local entertainment.
yeah.
The busiest weekend of the year for them. All right. Good news. More good news. All right, we got public comments, and then we'll be concluding the meeting. Layton's already been up, so we're going to talk Pastor Patman.
Good evening, Mayor, to council, all the officers, and neighbors. I'm an intricate part of this community. Congratulations on the Nico's business. I'm gonna break the monopoly and say what I've witnessed, not only this evening, but it solidified what I witnessed today, was the abject failure of this government to protect citizens of this city. I went out today and visited some of the homes you just voted on. And if I wasn't so angry, I would have cried the whole time. I took pictures, talked to news reporters. And I agree with you about the misinformation, and that's why information is being passed out. We don't give misinformation, we give information directly from professionals. I say abject failure because you said it several times. The number one fiduciary responsibility of government is to make sure all citizens have a safe, clean, habitable residence to live. It's not that they get what's available. These properties did not just fall.
Ma'am, I can't hear you. You
The
got
properties didn't, I'll use my preacher voice. I'm doing
You keep
this
turning back, we can't hear you.
because
That's
I'm
why.
trying not to get emotional, so I'll use my preacher voice.
May I ask a question? And who are you? please?
I'm sorry. My name is Reverend Dinah Tapman. I am the pastor of the great St. John African Methodist Episcopal Church here in the city. This is my 6th year in the city.
Okay. Your residence is here.
My residence is still in St. Louis. The church is located at 324 West Commercial. I was going to be transferred out of Kennett this year until I got a phone call. And that phone call asked if I would help on what was going on. I visited, me and others, and news reporters, 16 properties today. Properties that had holes in the floor, electrical wiring, and I have pictures, hanging,
Ma'am, you got to face
plumbing.
council.
Well, I want to make sure.
Yeah, but you're addressing the council.
Okay, I'm addressing everyone, so I'll do that for you.
Please.
I'll do that for you. If you guys excuse me, my back is to you.
We just got to hear you. Guys. We can't hear
I
you.
understand. Now I'll use my preacher's voice. Mold on walls, floors, electrical outlets that are against code. My question is, you guys passed to give these gentlemen who have not adhered to what you've asked them to do for 16 months, and all of a sudden you trust them to do that. And I know it's an oxymoron and a conundrum, because you guys trying to figure out how we do this. But the city didn't just get here. I've been here for 6 years. And the properties that I've seen have gotten worse in the 6 years I've been here. And so, no hard question. Neither one of these gentlemen, Riley Cook, Eddie Flores, Mark Gardner, Teresa Flores, Derek Cunningham, or Robert Simmons, none of these people are here to face the citizens. And so who determines what properties are inspected? It's going to be easy for them because they're going to give you the easy ones that's going to pass.
So, ma'am, you asked a question. Let me ask.
Yes, sir.
They're going to inspect it on our time and our list. As soon as they're free to do it, they're to inspect those properties.
May I ask the question? Who determined which ones? Because the easy ones, you're telling him, oh, we're giving you a provisional license, and if you get 16 done, you get a full license.
No.
No,
No,
we didn't
not
say
saying
that.
I asked a question. I'm asking for clarity.
No, we did not give them that.
Okay, so they have a provisional license, correct?
Yes.
And again, I
That's a
asked,
2-week license, and we'll renew it again the next week, and then
okay, I understand that. Like I said, abject failure because they didn't just get here. So what was the litmus test for what properties were chosen to be inspected?
Mr. Flores hasn't been, but that's.
I mean, what was the litmus test given?
They lost their business license.
I know, what I'm saying is, they have, for instance, because you told me to address you guys, for instance,
I can tell you,
yes, sir, please.
all of them,
Mhm.
that is the litmus test. All of them will be inspected.
I understand that. I'm saying, what was the litmus test for which ones get inspected first?
You want the order in which they're gonna be inspected,
What-
is that what
no.
you're asking?
Yes. What order?
There is no order.
So I'm just asking,
Either he chooses or we choose.
right, right. Because I'm asking, what I saw today, I'm asking a consideration of this government who has oversight to consider having the ones that we know are not gonna pass. And people are still living in them. They're deplorable. But here's the conundrum. The people are still paying the penalty for landlords who have not abided by the law. No family should lose their homes. And I know that's the conundrum because the landlords did not abide by the law. They haven't abided by the law for 16 months. And now you're giving them more opportunity to do that. But in the interim, it's the people who are paying the price. Because these homes that I saw today, you ought to make him and his family live in them. Some of them are here and they've already been evicted. And I know there's the conundrum and the oxymoron, the juxtaposition between what do we do because they're unhealthy and unsafe. We know that. But we have to use the compassion. Jesus said, what you do to the least of these. There has to be a way that these families, they've been staying in them all these times, that they can stay in those families and pick the worst ones that we know are not going to pass and have those fixed first. And where is the money? They've been paying their rents, and most of the ones I saw today, the utilities are in the rent. So where did the money go? Who paid the utility bills? The money, $1,200 for a home that has holes in the floor, mold on the walls and in the ceiling, ceiling exposed, $1,200 a month, including utilities. And they got evicted and the utilities are off. Rightfully so, because it's not habitable. But they're punished and he gets another pass. So I'm saying to you all, I know there are laws. They have broken the laws. Why not, and I'm not ashamed to say it, why don't we break the laws and say we're going to let these families stay and those properties are inspected first?
That's what we're saying.
But the worst of these properties, I heard you guys say the ones that passed, I have the address. And I went by them. Those are good looking properties. The other ones I went by. I would not put a criminal in, but them. I would put them in it. The ones I saw today, like I said, I'm trying not to, but I was so angry I couldn't cry.
And that's the reason why we passed this ordinance.
But what I'm saying, Mayor, I know, and I applaud that, but I still say it's an abject failure because these properties didn't just get like that.
No, it's been decades.
Decades, but we're telling now citizens have to move. What I'm saying, I know that's the conundrum. They're not safe and they're not habitable, but they've been living in them paying $1,200 and $1,300 a month. That's criminal. And what we're looking at is actually a Ponzi scheme. I'm going to name it like it is. It's a Ponzi scheme. How they flip these properties, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's gentrification. It's federal fraud. All of that. So what you do to the lease. Can we not break the law and say, we're going to have these men who couldn't face the people today pick the worst ones that we know are not going to pass and have those done first. Make them do those first, because where is the money? What have they done with the $1,200, $800, $950 these people have been paying? Where's the money? They didn't put it back into the property. So for Mr. Flores to tell you, just like you tell a tenant, if you don't read your lease and you break the lease, your excuse can't be, I didn't know. So he don't get a pass. It's a Ponzi scheme. I'm sorry, it's a Ponzi scheme. And he knew it. They just got caught. So I'm asking passionately. I have some addresses of what I looked at today. That we consider picking passion over law because we failed the people. Because it's gone on too long. Let the people stay. Make them fix those first that they know are not going to pass. Make them, fix them first. And then ask them, what did you do with the money that you collected from rent? What did you do with it?
But we are doing it. I mean, as far as, we're not asking about the money. It's not our place, it's government.
I know it. I know. That's a rhetorical question. I'm just throwing that out there. Where is the money?
But the question as far as, we stated tonight, they wanted, the proposal was allow them to fix the empty ones first, the easy ones. We turned that down. We want the occupied properties first.
And the easy ones that's going to pass, that's the
I'm
ones.
sure that's the ones that's submitted.
All of
I'm
these,
sure, I mean,
I've been
that's
buying.
5
Those
cents.
are the easy ones.
But the gentleman back here, they have the choice which houses they want to inspect. They do have that choice.
So can I address them? Because I'm abiding by what you asked me to do. Can we inspect the ones we know are not going to pass? I just gave you some examples.
I don't want to put them on the spot. Now, if you want to talk to them tomorrow,
Okay.
during business hours, please do.
So I'm asking again this board, because an amendment has to be made, because what just done was an abject failure. No hard question. Is to amend, number one, how can you pass one ordinance without amending the other? To amend, to put some specifications there. These are the addresses that need to be inspected first. And then the others next, and then the vacant ones. I'm putting that out there because, again, what I've witnessed with my own eyes and the information that I receive, federal fraud, Ponzi scheme, health violations, all of that. Don't make the people suffer more. They already suffer. Can you imagine some of these homes? Have 12 children. And you go in them and it's mold, and they've been there, some of them for 5 years. Can you imagine the health of those babies? 5 years. Mold. You go in the restroom and they can't even clean themselves because the restroom is not clean because there's mold around the toilet and mold on the wall and mold in the... I have pictures. So, I'm asking us for the least of these. That the Christ we serve would ask us to do. Allow these people to stay in these homes and make the lawbreakers, the criminals, pay and fix them. And we do what we can to help them stay in their homes. I invite all of you to come to the meetings. I have real estate lawyers that are going to be there, other advocates. And I want you to come because the people should be able to ask questions. And I know it might be hard, but government ain't easy. I was a mayor. You guys know that. I stood with my employees for a whole month. We shut the city down. I stood with them because they deserve their raises and their benefits, my police department. And They shut the city down, and I put my administration on the line for that. In spite of what you heard, I fought for them and the people of my city. Within 5 months of my administration, I brought in $1 million because I found out my city has the highest health disparities in my county. In the next 3 months, I brought in another $800,000 because the city needed to be cleaned up. I stood until I had to choose between that and take care of my husband, who was diagnosed with prostate cancer. In spite of what you heard, I ain't stole no money, nobody's husband, nobody's wife. No malfeasance, you can Google me. So I know about government, and I'm passionate. And I said I would do everything I could help. And the only thing I can do is plead with y'all. Let's break the law for the people. And choose the ones that we know are not gonna pass and make them fix those first. And if nothing else, because they're criminals, make them and their families live in it for 6 months to a year. That'll be their retribution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, all right, next up was Carolyn Sprouse.
What's she at?
She's not here this evening. Oh, I'm about to run now. All right, looks like no further business. Is that time we're waiting for? Adjournment. Meeting adjourned.